what about the song Mona Lisa, which, we were talking about pop and rock and all of that before, and suddenly you have this epic ballad.
Yeah.
Is it epic? Maybe it's not epic, but it's a ballad anyway.
Well, it was one of those songs that, again, that kind of came at the last minute. We took a lot of trips to write the record. We kind of had to go find this one because
acid or journeys?
No, not acid trips. There was a lot of alcohol, but there were no acid trips.
I think the fourth and fifth record are your drug records.
Yeah.
Right.
That's when you start getting really weird.
We experiment in the fourth, and then we do our opus on the fifth.
Yeah.
Yep.
Someone's
That's
gonna die
the
maybe on this fifth or sixth record.
Yep.
Everyone gets sober,
And then
and
it
that's
starts
when
sucking.
you start to suck.
Yeah.
And
Well, like I said, we took a lot of like trips.
yeah.
One in particular was to the mountains up in Georgia, where Tyson and I just kind of locked ourselves in a cabin for 2 weeks. And it was about day 12 that we started to really go crazy and wanted to get out of there. And I was like, man, we gotta pack all this shit up. That's just too much work. I was like, let's stay one more day. It's like, all right. So kind of sat down, and by the end of the day, we had Mona Lisa. And it kind of came out of nowhere when we were most miserable at this point in time. We put ourselves through a lot of miserable situations to make this record.
That's why it's good.
I think we had to, yeah.
If you guys were happy.
I know, right? That's why we took these trips to begin with. I mean, we were coming off Move Along. It sold over 2 million copies, and it was pretty successful. We were very comfortable when we went home, and like I said, we don't want to force anything. So this is what we had to do. And Mona Lisa was just an acoustic guitar and a vocal. We brought it into the studio. We all sat down, tried to play it full band. It was the sentiment of the song was lost because it's such a. The song shines through in the most simple form, we decided. Eric helped us decide, actually. Just an acoustic guitar, Chris with the shaker and a tambourine, Mike's playing the bass on the organ, and Ty's singing. And we cut it all live to tape.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And, another one. I'm just picking on all the songs that I liked.
We'll give you all the secrets. Well, not all the secrets.
Yeah. Back to Me is kind of like it's got this real 70s rock vibe to it. I'm kind of thinking like Free and
nice. Okay.
Paul Rodgers and
all right. Wait, Paul Rodgers with Bad Company or Queen?
Oh, not the Queen one. No.
Yeah.
Paul
Don't
Rodgers
go there.
when he was good.
You ever seen Queen play the song Bad Company? I have, unfortunately.
That's such a bummer, man.
Yeah. Anyway, Back to Me almost didn't make the record. Gives You Health almost didn't make the record. We were kind of, I think.
Then what would have I asked you about?
I mean, we're our own worst critics, when it comes to pretty much everything we do, and it really took convincing to put Back to Me on the record, but we're definitely glad we did. I think it's after you live with these songs for 2 years, you kind of lose all perspective. So now looking back, after having not listened to our own music, because we were for like 6 months in the studio for almost a year now, it's a really cool song. I'm glad we did. And we got to do the big piano ballad, and there was a moment up in Skywalker Ranch where George Lucas scores all the music for Star Wars and Indiana Jones, etc.
We actually recorded in the John Williams studio.
Did you really?
Yeah.
It's as big as a freaking football stadium.
That's the coolest thing I've ever heard.
It's incredible. Yeah. Chris got to do drums on like 4 tracks, including Back to Me.
Yeah.
Toad, our keyboard player, played the piano bit. And there's actually a part where in the breakdown chorus, when it gets really quiet, Ty is over in the other end of the room going, bring, 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 along with Toad, and it has this little echoey raindrop effect. It's really cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really cool. I mean, is it different recording in the studio that size?
It was different recording at Skywalker Ranch.
Yeah. Did George Lucas pop by?
No.
We never saw him, and we didn't get to go in like the room with all the swag.
The archives, but we went in the main house. There was some neat stuff. There were some lightsabers in there, and Howard the Duck's guitar,
and the wand from Willow.
Charlie Chaplin's cane and bowler hat was in there. There was a library with.
I didn't know George Lucas did a Charlie Chaplin movie.
George Lucas was Charlie Chaplin. Actually.
It's a neat place. There's a letter from Charles
really
Darwin in the library as
Jesus.
well. Like a bunch of crazy stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
And the most random I thought was TikTok from Return to Oz was
Yeah.
in the garden in the lobby of the studio. You ever
stuff
see
everywhere.
Return to Oz?
No.
It had nothing to do with George Lucas, but
Well, I guess Lucasfilm made it, right? Or they produced it.
he was friends with the director, and it was a gift.
Oh, that was it?
I would have taken TikTok as a gift. It
Yeah.
was pretty sweet.
Yeah.